My name is Alturrick Kenney, and I'm a proud resident here in the city of Newark. My ballot number is B10, and I'm a council candidate here in the city of Newark. I'm a former deputy mayor for the city of Newark. I'm also a former board member for Newark Public Schools, former director for Political Action Fund for Local 1039, and current president for Newark Preschool Council Community Development Corporation. My background is pretty much extensive in community-related services, whether it's from the business sector. I'm an owner of the Black Business Finder, where we help market and promote businesses. I'm also a proud member of Newark's civic community, where I served as a district leader for District 39 in the South Ward. Right now, today, we are in the Ivy Hill section here in the city of Newark on the business corridor, where one thing I did a few years ago, we ran a basketball program where we had a number of students here in the city, and the program was led by Freeholder Rufus Johnson and a number of community partners. So we're going to take a walk here in the city of Newark, and we're going to meet some residents on this very busy corridor here in the city of Newark. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful. So what is your name?
My name is Firefighter Bird.
Firefighter Bird.
Yes.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
So what brings you here?
Well, today I'm just doing some shopping today, but I would like to have a question for you since I know you're running for councilman.
Okay.
In the city of Newark, we only have 2 female firefighters, and what I would like to ask you is, what would you do to help promote the job to females to entice them to become firefighters?
So my understanding is two female firefighters out of 700, correct?
Yes.
So one thing that's pathetic in terms of the amount of female representation that we have here in the city of Newark. I think a couple of things that we have to do, just from talking to our firefighters, is that we have to do a better job promoting the job to women here in the city of Newark. We also have to look at probably training more women to feel that this profession is not gender-based, but is also representative of anybody who has interest in becoming a firefighter. I think the third thing is just talking with someone is that the person brought up we have a lot of women who are coming home from the military, and they're used to lifting weights, they live to combat, ready, they're trained. I think one of the things that we have to look at doing is try to identify women who are already trained in those areas to figure out how do we get them to become attracted to become a firefighter. And last thing, we also talked about there are grants that are identified for the city of Newark, identified to recruit, train, and hire Newark residents. But if we have two women out of a department of 700, and the last graduating class was 30 people. To not do a better job to attract women in those fields, we maybe have to choose you to go out and promote. Put an advertisement with your face on the front of it, and telling people your story as to what made you or what inspired you to become a firefighter, what challenges that you overcame, and also why is the profession something important to you, and how we can convince women that you can become a firefighter here in the city that you live in.
Oh, thank you.
So those are the things that I think are important. And those answers come from people like yourself who say these are the things that we have to do, these are the things that we're not doing, and these are the things that we should do going forward as a fire department and also the police department. In those areas where we have people who are fighting crime and also putting out fires, we have to put people, we have to diversify that workforce, and right now it's not diverse enough.
No, it's not.
So would you be willing to be one of those folks who
I
on a picture on this sign, and we could say Firefighter Bird is a female firefighter who chose this profession, but also to show other women that's possible?
Yes, I would.
Good.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Nice meeting you.
So I'm gonna go walk up the street.
All right. Thank you.
Take care, Firefighter Bird.
You too.
Hello. What is your name?
Michael.
Mike. What's going on, Mike?
My question was, what would you do for the recreational program of Newark?
Recreation program in the city of Newark. That's a great question. Now, is it Mike? Now, are you in the recreation program yourself?
Yeah.
What recreation programs did you do?
I did summer school.
Summer school. Now, what summer school programs that kept you in school for longer hours and kept your interest?
Well, basically, when I did summer school, I like go and go on field trips.
Field trips. So one of the things that I would say, Mike, is that one of the things that kept me interested from a number of different angles. One, as a person who lived in Newark, who participated in recreation programs, we always did field trips. Every Friday, every Thursday, or every Wednesday would be a field trip to swim at Rutgers swimming pool. But on Friday we would go to like Quaker State Park, or we would go to different areas throughout the city so we can learn more about the city, but also have greater recreation. So one of the things that I have as a former director of a summer camp is that we have to be able to keep programs that maintain your interests, like the arts, the culture. We also have to make sure that our young people are academically engaged throughout the summertime. So those are the things that we have to do, put money into recreation programs, into summer camps that are summer enriching, but also that provide, fun to keep our young people engaged and just to enjoy themselves just being young people. One of the things that I noticed as being a board member is that we have cuts in our after-school programs. We have parents, your parents will actually have to pay to keep you into an after-school program between 3 and 6. And so one of the things that we have to do is we have to make sure that those programs are free to residents who want to put their kids into after-school programs. But the other thing is that if they're not going to become free, we have to find partners like Programs for Parents. We have to find other folks who are able to make sure that if a kid like your age want to continue like doing like archery, or you want to do fencing, or if you want to do robotics, to make sure that you're actually taking programs to keep you engaged, to keep you interested, to keep you inside the school building until your mom and your dad is able to pick you up for the rest of the day. So I would ask people like you, what do you want? What do you think that we need? And that's some of the things that I would try to wrap some of the programs that we have in the city of Newark based on what you say is important to you.
Well, starters, like some schools, like they need to fix how they have the gymnasium. Some of them are broken down. And plus, we need more activity. Like all we really do is like gym and music and dance and art. But we don't have like wood shop like they used to have in swimming class. We don't have that.
So one of the things that I noticed is that we've done an easy job in terms of recreation. And recreation to a certain degree is taking the basketball, taking jump ropes, putting it on the floor, and allowing the young people to create their own fun, their own activities, but they're not adult-driven, adult-led. So one of the things that we have to do from the recreation side with the city of Newark is either train or hire counselors and employees to be engaging with students, right? So when they see that, okay, I have a student like yourself, right, who wants to do other things besides the normal thing, playing basketball, throwing the football around, who want to do maybe fencing, some do robotics, they would take those programs and the resources and do what you want them to do so they can keep you inside the program. The second thing is that we do have a lot of gymnasiums that are too hot during the summertime, that are too dark, right? They don't have enough resources. Like the basketball rims don't have nets on them, and we have to have recreational staff that that pay attention to detail, that they want something for their children that they want for somebody